Hello, Akko here. Welcome back to Resonant Rise. I'm here at spawn. There's Dave's house just over there, and looks like Sace has put us up. What's that? Something weird. Something white dancing over there. Anyway, Sace has put us up a beacon. In this, because it's Tinker Construct, you can make ender blocks, and ender blocks work for beacons. That's kind of cool. Because ender blocks become quite common when you've got that guy. So yeah, we have got Ender Beacon here, very cool. There's my portal, which I'm going to start the episode talking about again. Now, before, look at that little white thing in the sky, see it? Up the left, what are they about? Before, with this thing, it won't get enough power because I had the basic thing, it could only hold 20,000 RF. So the gate only stayed open for a very short time and shut itself. If the gate shut itself while you was travelling through, then it had a chance of randomly transporting you. I believe on the video when I made it, I ended up over there somewhere and bland and sick and that. And Sace pointed out that if that happens in the Nether, you could end up in the lava. So a bit problematic. So what I've done is I've extended it and I've moved it. I've moved the stabilizer here to the spawn. What we've got in here is got a stabilizer here, and I've doubled the size of it. So I made an extra 12 blocks, which cost me another 2 diamond blocks. So these are quite expensive. Each extra layer of this increases the capacity inside this by 10,000. So let's look in there now. Now that's bugged. It's showing as empty, but it's full. Trust me. Whereas now, if it was 20,000 now, because it's 4 levels high, it's 40,000. I can go down further and make it bigger as the needs go on. So I've got something set up here. I put a little dimensional anchor there just to keep this chunk loaded. Reservoir, steam dynamo, and I've upped the energy cell to a hardened one. Now that's really straightforward from a leadstone, which you saw me make. So there's a leadstone cell, really straightforward. To make it into the next one up, all you've got to do is put 4 invar ingots around it. Really straightforward. And invar ingots, all you've got to do to make invar ingots, the easiest way is to make invar blend, which is just put 2 iron ingots into a crusher or whatever to make them back into dust, and 1 ferrous metal dust. Make sure 3 invar blend, which can then make into invar ingots. So it took me 4 iron, 2 ferrous, and I've got the hardened one, which holds, as you can see there, 2 million RF, and it's got an output of 400 RF a tick, so it fills this up a lot quicker, which is really cool. So it's 400 a tick, that's 8,000 a second, so 8,000 RF a second, isn't it? So that'll fill that up pretty quick. So now the little network seems a lot safer. No one else has joined in the network yet. This post office looks beautiful, doesn't it? I don't know if I showed this on an episode of the day. Sace built this. I love the way Carpenter's blocks doors. You click on one, it opens and shuts both. That's just a nice touch. So we've got a community ender chest that you can just bang things in for freebies, and then we've got little personal mailbox chests. So I've one at my house matched, and if anyone wants to give me anything, they can put it in there. These are all empty at the minute, I think. I'm going to give God, Genty, you can have some ender pearls. There you go. Right. So at the end of the last episode, I was playing with blood magic, and now I'm kind of getting a bit sidetracked. Oh yeah, the creeper just blew up the. Well, a creeper just snuck up on me, and he's damaged the Enderman's feet. I need to repair this because it's very slack just leaving it like that. So in fact, I forgot about this. I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to go get some wool. I'm going to get this repaired before I do anything else. Because that's just bad of me if I leave it like this. Back in a bit. Okay, I'm back and I've repaired that, so I think it was something like that. Sorry about that, Beaver. Since I have recorded last, Sace came on, and there's actually, at the minute, there's Lambert, Poke and Sace are on with me. And we've sorted out this bit a bit. I've put some of the nice little, what do you call it there? Shrouded silent pressure plates. I love them from Obsidian Plates. And what we're going here, so Sace has got loads of materials together. So this is actually 10 deep now, so it goes under the ground, nice and deep. So as you can see there, wonderful. A brick with a pick real quick. Weird. It being wood. So this now has a capacity of, I think, a lot more. Let me have a look. So we put the blank cards and the wrench in there so people can get at them. So if we wrench that now, it's still showing empty. In fact, it's showing 4,464 for some reason. No idea why. But you see that's got 70,000. Okay, so it must be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, 7 deep. And that's filling itself back up. The problem we've got is a problem that I've just... Oh no. The problem we've got is... That's quite well drained, isn't it? That's really well drained. So yeah, the problem we've got is, well, the problem I've got at the minute is this is going to take a while to fill up with this one steam dynamo. This is pulling power from my LP network, my Blood Magic network all the time, which is a bit of an issue. Because even when this is full, this is still producing steam, so it's still pulling. So I've had a quick look. These don't seem to work with Buildcraft gates, so I can't get it to... What I'd like to do is, when this is empty, when this is full, to put out a redstone signal that turns that off, but I can't do it with Buildcraft gates, and I don't know how else I can do it at the minute, so I'm going to have a look into that. If anyone knows how you can do that, is there something in thermal expansion that can do that? I don't know, but what I like is for that to register when full. Now, I don't think I've got a Buildcraft gate on me, no. I made a laser and I checked that out and it didn't work. So, at the minute, that means the only thing we can do is just have this running all the time, which means it's a constant fuel drain. It's not the end of the world, but I don't know whether that's because thermal expansion is in beta and it's not ready, or if that's intentionally not going to work with Buildcraft gates. But I do like my Buildcraft gates, so I hope that gets sorted out. Now, so yeah, I finished last episode making a sword in the... Hang on, one more thing about this is... Come here you. I see that I'm shift clicking to turn my sword on and off. That's my sword in the off mode if you look at my right hand. And that's a sword in the on mode. In the on mode it draws LP, so you want to turn it off when you're not using it. What this sword does, this bound blade that I made last time, it gives me a chance of getting these things, weak blood shards, and they're what we need for making bound armor. So I'm not actually sure how to make bound armor yet, but I've got 6 of them up to now from killing things with that. So any mob you kill with that is a random chance. I've also made the pick, and I'm going to make the axe in just a minute. Yeah, one of the issue we've got with this is now I'm going to go through. So go through back to my base, and I always seem to fall through there. It'll stay on until the power drains. So I'm going to need to set these up with auto terminate, which we can do by putting a couple of redstone blocks into there. I'll show you at enhanced. There is a redstone block, redstone interface. So you have to add redstone interfaces. I think Saces works out. You add 2, and you set 1 to detect an opening wormhole and 2 to turn off. So we need a timer in there as well, maybe a state cell or something. But it's going to scruffy the portals up a little bit because I'm going to have to build an extra bit of infrastructure in for the redstone. That's a bit of a shame. I'd like, if the enhanced portals free person ever watches this, could you not set the controller to have an auto shut off when a gate's opened? Yeah, that'd be cool. Otherwise it's going to drain energy all the time. So yeah, so I've got 137,000. Okay, so I'm doing bad. That'll be empty. Let's have a quick knife for myself while I'm stood here. So I've done quite a bit with Blood Magic, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute. That'll do. I've done a Farmcraft episode as well since the last episode, so that's what this is about. If you wanted to see where all this comes from, then that's just going to be in the Farmcraft episode. I'm not going to cover any of the Farmcraft stuff in this series because I'm doing a little mini series on Farmcraft. Right, so first thing, I moved my base not loaded in properly. the walls are there, it's just not loading in right because I've just been at spawn. Firstly, I moved the binding ritual thing downstairs. Let's make a axe. I'll grab some of that, some of that. We can go in there. Diamond axe. And I'm going to need my activation crystal, which is there. That's a bit out in the open now, doesn't it? I'll have to move that away. So activation crystal, if you remember, you're made by putting in a lava crystal into there and letting it fill up. If we head down here now, you see my binding ritual things over here. So if we activate this, oh, that torch don't get in the way. That's activated. Throw a diamond axe in there. Do that awesome ritual again. And we've now got a bound axe. Wonderful. Ooh. Indeed. Right, so these guys, these have a mode called Beast Mode. Now, I've tried the bound axe once with. I'll get into these in a minute as well. I've used the bound axe once up to now. Bound pickaxe. So we'll go have a look what that does. So let's head down into the depths. So if you come this way, see this hole here? That was one click of the axe. Yep. So the axe, the pickaxe, it's right. Activate it. There we go. Left click, normal pickaxe. Now, what I need to do here actually is use this thing that I've not showed you yet. This is called a sigil of elemental affinity. It's what I do is turn that on, and that means I can't take fall damage, fire damage, and I've got water breathing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here. Now, so this is just a normal axe that self repairs bit off your LP. I've not enchanted these yet. These are all very well enchantable as well, so I can get like sharpness 5 onto that on top of the 12 attack damage it's got and looting, and I can get fortune out onto this. Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to head to about here, and if you right click, it takes 10,000 LP out your system, so 10,000 LP is quite a lot. Right click, boom. Check that out. So that's made another big hole. Filled my inventory with stuff. It's made a mess. In fact, all the stuff comes straight to my inventory, it seems. Which is pretty awesome as well. So that's how the axe works. So at the minute, I mean, my network has got. Oh, what do I get out? I have to build a little thing out. At the minute, my network's only got 150,000 capacity because I'm at tier 3. If I'm at tier 5, I think I've got 1.5 million capacity. So that's quite a lot of uses of the axe. The right click functionality of the axe. So that is pretty awesome. Right, I am going to get my way out of here. Then I'll show you how the wood axe works, the bound axe. Not the pick, the actual bound one. Right, back in a bit. And I'm back. I've been sidetracked again. CS has just made his little portal room. 2 separate portals. We've got one for the shared network, and he's having his own little network, which actually makes sense. I might have to do that myself. And while I'm here, check this out. This is tier 5 blood altar. With, as you can see, I'm full of buffs. Look at this. He's gone nuts. He's got a full set of beacons. Tier 5 altar. Very impressive. Very impressive. Loads of people on the server at the minute. We've got Sace, Lambert, Pokefan, Corjancy, and Calclavia's just joined us. And speaking of that, our new version of oh yeah, let's get Mumble on. Our newest version that we're on has got Atomic Science back in, so that's something I want to get into. Cool. Nice, it says. Right then, I'll go, and now I'm going. Oops, keeps doing that. It's a little bit of a bug, I guess. That keeps trying to place something against it. There we go. Let's go back to my place and make sure we turn that off. Oh, turn itself off. If we're low on power. Cool. Says this place added to the thing. Right then, now the next thing I want to test then is, let's just make sure I've got enough blood in here, because I've actually just used my axe again a couple of times to get a lot of marble. There was a lot of Project Red marble just down below there, so I just grabbed a lot of that with the right click ability of that, so that's going to be empty. And I'm down 113 there, yeah, so a couple of hits with that took me down 20,000 each. This could go all wrong here. Let me go down. Now, I've got loads of rubber trees here, but also underneath here, I've got loads of planted stuff on crops. Oh, look, plant their flowers, by the way, on crops. And MFR Harvester can harvest these, and MFR Biogen can use them as fuel. So that's pretty awesome. So right, let's risk this. Right, see how this works then. So we'll activate this one, and I'm gonna right click it. If it doesn't destroy my base. Boom. Huh, that was actually not so bad. But there we go. Oh, that's taking 10k at a time, so that's actually quite reasonable. So let's go and see how much we've got left. Yeah, look, down at 83. So you'd see you'd burn out pretty quick if you was constantly using that. But if it was at, oh shit. They're made out of wood. Okay. This has stayed okay. That's good. But yeah, the carpet and slopes, because they're made out of wood, it's took them out. Right then, I'll break one more time, repair this. So you've seen the three things in action. Now I'm going to have a quick look again how we actually start using these things. These weak blood shards, I've got quite a few of. And just so you know, like at the minute, it's taking me time to keep going across here and using my ritual knife to get blood back into the system. Once we get to a tier 5, like what Sace has got, or even before that actually, once I know where tier 5 is going now, I think my tier 5 is going to go on here. You see how big it is? It needs a beacon in each corner, so it's going to take quite a lot. So what was I saying? Folks, a little message just put me off. Once I get to tier 5, you can do the rituals that we've got here. There's a couple of rituals I want to get into. One of them is called Ritual of Regeneration, which we probably won't need because we're going to have beacons anyway that have regen. So I might not do that one. But another one's called Ritual of the Feathered Knife. And what that does, the Feathered Knife, it constantly takes blood from you whenever you're near it. If I've got it just above here, then whenever I'm in 10 blocks of it, it's going to constantly take blood from me to refill the system. And it's clever. It only takes you down to 3 hearts max minimum. If you have a beacon with regen on, or if you have it combined with a ritual of regen, the regen will work against it. So it'll slowly and constantly fill up my altar, which will be above it. So that's where I'm going to go. So it'll get to a point where I don't have to keep doing this. I don't have to keep. Oh, I'll turn that off because that's using blood. It'll get to a point where I don't have to keep doing this. It'll get to a point where this is all manual. This is all automated, kind of. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go repair stuff, and I'll see what we need to do with these weak blood shards. Back in a bit. Okay, here we are again then, and I've started making some of these guys, filled sockets. Now we make these with these that I've been getting off mob drops from using the bound blade. Weak blood shards, and you combine them with glass, a diamond, it gets you an empty socket. Now your empty socket goes in your blood altar, like so. Oops. Need to get that out first. I knew I emptied that slot for a reason. Come here, you. Get in there, you. And this drains down pretty quick. 7, 6, 5. So this takes 30,000. So I don't know how you'd be doing this without Ars Magica heal spell. To be honest, I think you'd probably wait until you've got some kind of regen, either from a beacon or from the regen ritual, if you were doing this without Ars Magica. Because it's taking a lot. Oh, of course, I have a higher tier altar, and then more sacrifice runes mean that you'd be obviously getting more life points per use of the blade. So I'm probably doing this a little bit early. I should probably go for a tier 4 altar, tier 5 altar first, and that's what I'll be doing between episodes. I'm going to do some spend some time. What's in there? 4,000, and that's full. Cool. Between episodes, I'm going to spend some time making loads more of these self-sacrifice runes, and I'm going to get all the bits ready for the rituals, the regen, and the called the Feathering Blade, the one that'll just constantly help fill this up. So right, that'll do for them. So what we'll do with this is I'm going to need that. So you come here, and I want some smooth stone. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Up in there. Oh, that was weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your 4 sockets, and then your Magician's Blood Orb gets us a Soul Armor Forge. Awesome. Now I'm probably not going to end up using this, even though I'm making it, because I like my Thaumcraft goggles so much for finding nodes and stuff. But what do we do with this? Let's put it down a second. So there's a Soul Armor Forge. Does that not have a GUI? And that does not even have a GUI. And what we do with that is, as far as I can tell, if I wanted a chest, I'd make more of them filled sockets, and I'd make them into a chest pattern on the floor, like so. No, chest crafting pattern. And then I'll put that there. And that'd be like a multi-structure, and that'd make me a chest. And just so on for the other pieces of armour. I believe that's how it works. But we've got to that point. I'm not going to bother making the armour until I've upgraded my altar, because it's just taking a bit long. There's more pictures in the chat for you to have a look at if you so wish. So yeah, so that's how we get to the soul armour, the bonded armour. But yeah, I'm not going to do that yet. The last thing I want to do in this episode with Blood Magic is I want to show you these sigils that I've made. So very kindly, after the last episode or the one before, Dave gave me a couple of gas tears, because I remember I died trying to get gas tears the other day. Dave gave me a couple of gas tears, and the first gas tear we used in this thing, the air sigil. That's not what at all. What was that? Is that reset again? Always. What's wrong with you? Because we're always updating the client. Where's it gone? So air sigils, feathers, reinforced slate, the apprentice blood orb, and a gas tier. That gets you this guy, air sigil. Now, what that does is uses LP. I can fly around. Whee! But if I let it go, I don't take damage. But if I just go straight down, then I don't take damage. So there we go. So there's what I've been using a lot of LP on, and using that I've been travelling all over the place. Bevo's portal's not working in the Nether, so I've flown across to his house. There's a big thing of taint there. I want to start looking into Thaumcraft, see about what we can do to get rid of taint. I think you can do something with silverwood logs, but I've not looked into it much yet. Right down here, let's switch to the right. Oh well, there we go. So Poke Fenley's right down there, inside of a mountain. There's Beaver over there. There's Dave. There's Jaden. I'm not sure where Codjanti lives. There's Sace right up there, and Lambert's within about 1,000 metres of Sace. I'm not sure what Lambert is. This here, by the way, this, I think it's that biome. There's an Alps biome, and the top of the mountains are like 230 wide level, which is really cool. Really massive mountains. Yeah, they're about 230 wide. 230 is really high. It's like, I think standard jetpacks only go up to 180 odd. No, they're really big mountains. Really cool. I think, looking at it, I've been to other people's places. I think I've actually picked, no offence to biomes of plenty, because Seasonal Forest and Chaparral, I think I've picked one of the ugliest places to build on the map, personally. Just because I was running around like a bit of an headless chicken when I first started. Is that the one? It doesn't tell me what biome that is. Yeah, well, come down here, it did though, didn't it? Well, there, biome Seasonal Forest, biome Chaparral. Most of the rest are, it doesn't say. Strange. Okay. So yeah, so that was the first one I made, Air Sigil, and then this Sigil of Elemental Affinity. This combines the Air Sigil. So this is what I used the second gas tier on. The Water Sigil and the Lava Sigil that I used previously, with some obsidian and a tier 3 imbued slate, so that's stone left in the altar of longer and longer. And the Magician of Blood Orb gets to this Sigil of Elemental Affinity. What that does is you click that on, and that gives you fire resistance, water breathing, and you can't take fall damage. So that's really cool. When flying around the nether, or even just when using your Air Sigil, you can just drop. You take no fall damage if you've got that on, which is really cool. I think I actually used that a little bit earlier when I used the pickaxe, the Isla Bound pickaxe. And then the third thing I made was a Sigil of Holding. Now this just uses some tier 1 sigil blank slates and a tier 3 blank slate. What this does, it can hold 4 other sigils. So if we look in this, if I shift right click, see currently it's a Void Sigil, and now it's a Divination, now a Water, now a Lava. So those 4 sigils are all held in there and they're cycling through. So I can use this Divination Sigil to see what my current essence is. It's not actually working on the altar at the minute. That's not what I wanted to do at all. That's an issue in itself, that I think. I should not do that. Boop. It's not currently working as a Divination Sigil on the altar, but weird knows about that. But I can just... So instead of having to carry separate sigils for water or void, I can just have this one and have 4 things in it. So I'd probably end up putting... Well, I hadn't worked out what to put in which yet. And of course, like we've got the banding ritual, that guy over there, you can also get an unbanding ritual, which is a similar setup, a little bit bigger, which can take these apart again and take your armour apart and stuff like that. But you see it when I mouse over it, actually says what's in it there. So it says who owns it, current item, and then the 4 different items that are in it. Really cool. So that's the sigils I've been using. Right, so yeah, so that's all I'm going to do with Blood Magic for this episode. I need to get a tree farm started, and I also want to start on Witchery because someone asked me to, and I don't know nothing about it. I'm currently in the process of just making some Thaumcraft boots, some boots of the Traveller, because I like boots of the Traveller a lot. I seem to go fishing and get a fish. I'll kind of cut the camera and I'll see how long the video is. If we've got time, I might start getting a tree farm together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use MFR, but I'm going to power it using thermal expansion. That's I think that seems to be the smart way to go with MFR at the minute. So I'll be back in a bit. Oh, hello, back again. Just joining Dave, Poke, and Sace here, and they're spawning an Earth Elemental. So I thought I'd come and have a look. First time I've seen one of these. Woo! I've got no range attacks. I have no ranged. Oh, well. He's going to be armoured, isn't he? And I've got a rapier, so it's probably going to do a lot of damage to him. Have a look. Well, how many PvP's on? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm just in the middle of making a tree farm, which I'll show you in a minute. Once this guy's dead. Angry, isn't he? Angry young man. Cool. Going down. I think this rapier might be doing quite a bit of damage to him. I guess I should be using ice magic and stuff, really. Who wants the glory of the kill? Kill steal! No, I'll let someone else get it. Oh, focus quite low. Kill it! So yes, he just stood still. Where's Pork gone? Well, there we go. Earth Guardian. Oh, yep, Jason crashed. Oh, David crashed. Ha, well, okay, that was an Earth Guardian. Kind of went a bit weird. What did he give us? He gave us Earth Essence and an Infinity Orb. Oops. That way, aye. So, right, I'll be back in just a minute. Ooh. Cool. I'll be back in just a minute and Vintium Torch here. And I'll finish off the tree farm that I've been making. And I'll show you how I've done that. And then that'll be it. Back in a bit. Hello again then. Here's my farm. I think I've got it all working how I want it. So this has been a bit convoluted getting like this. TE3 is very new to me. I'm starting to get my head around it. So what we've got here, I'll start off with the actual farm itself. It's your basic MFR harvester and planter under the middle there. Both got a lapis upgrade, which increases the radius by 1, make it a 5x5. Now I think I'm going to put an arcane lamp up there somewhere, but I'm not sure how far it's going to. I think this is 17 blocks away from where it's going to be. So if I do a Enderman and Wither farm just below here, then it should be out of the range of it. The arcane lamp, if you know, it spreads light everywhere, so it kind of makes farms quite difficult when stuff that needs darkness because it lights everywhere. Anyway, so I think I'm going to make this a bit lighter so I can get rid of these torches when that happens. But there we go, we've got a tree farm here, and I'm using TE8 and ducts and leadstone energy conduits. Now, I thought we needed a induction smelter for these, but when you look at the recipe, for the opaque ones, tin either side of lead gets you the 8 ducts, which is really cheap, and redstone, lead, and a bit of glass gets you the energy conduits. And they can only do 80 RF a tick, but that's fine for what we're doing here, because we're only powering the sawmill, the furnace, the harvester, and down here there's a planter. So that's fine. So power wise, what I've got up here is I've got a steam dynamo, and that is actually running out. What's that doing down there? Can't click on that because of where that box is. So that's full. Okay. So this is actually using more power. Okay, this is actually using more power than that's putting out. So at some point this is going to starve. So I might have to put a second engine on this, which does complicate things slightly. Yeah. So I might have to change this around a little bit, but I'll do that afterwards and I'll show you next time if I do. I might put a second engine on this. The thing is, the engine's going to run all the time, so I need to actually see what it's like when it's been running for a while. So that's providing 40 RF a tick. I can only put out 80, so that's yeah. Look, that's going down now. It's all running right. So not sure how much this is using, but basically what I've got here is so the power line's running around there. Now the power's going to this, but I want to make the floor tidy, so I've used a transvector interface from Thalmit Tinkerer. What that does is you can, within 4 blocks, you can click on it with a tool called a. Let me find it. I think I put it away because my inventory's horrific. That guy there, transvector binder. What you do, you click on that, and then you click on that, and then you can put things into this. So I've got power connecting to this, so the power's going into this side of that. But even though it's there, but it has to be within 4 blocks, so it's pretty close. That means I can keep that nice and tidy. I can cover that up, and I can end up covering most of this up. So that's getting the power to all the stuff. So the power line runs down there. I could have had the power line here, but it'd have been a bit scruffier. That's all. But it's not a big deal. I could have, but I thought while I'm doing it, I might as well keep it tidy. So the power's pretty straightforward. That's going to all them, and then item duct wires. These are really clever. You can have wrench them, and so wrench in, out, or off altogether. So I've got them wrenched in, of course, and then if you're clicking with an empty hand, you can set a whitelist. So you can set other things as well, but I'll get to them when I do another setup. I've got whitelist oak saplings. That means oak saplings are going into there. So that's doing its job and putting oak saplings into there. And then we can cover all that up. I'll just leave that open to show you. So let's. I'm using these cobblestone blocks everywhere just because they're tidier than cobblestone. They are connected textures though, so it makes it a bit tricky sometimes. So on here again, oops. So have a look at that first with an empty hand. Oak saplings there. Now they'll go there first because it's a shorter route. But even if it wasn't, what I could do is, if I wrench one of these pipes, I could say dense or vacuum. So when it sets a vacuum, I'm just going to pull harder. So that means they might go into there then. Yeah, look, they're going into there now, 64. If I set that to dense, it'll mean it'll go wherever else it can first, which means it'll go into the planter first. Or it should. As far as I understand it, that's how that works. So that should keep the planter stocks fair, because I said the planter's closer. Is it closer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Let's go back under here again. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just. What I'll do is I'll turn that off, and I'll make this. I'll say we want that to be vacuum, so that should mean any saplings go this way first. Yeah, makes sense? I think so. I hope that makes sense. I will be keeping my eye on this, make sure I've done it alright. And then that one's just apples, because I'm using oak, so I'm going to get apples spare. So cover all that up. So then what we've got here then is, so this is where the logs go, and then the logs are getting fed into the sawmill. The sawmill's cutting the logs into planks, which I ain't using at the minute. I'm just storing at the minute, but we can do something with them later. We can put an ender chest up there with another translocator. As you see, I'm using translocators here to get things out of there into there. Then this one, I'm sending oak wood. No, I'm not. I'm sending planks upward. So planks are the red one there going up. So planks are going to there. Yeah. And then out the side, I'm sending the yellow, which means the transvector interface. The translocator is putting them into this Buildcraft Factory autocrafter, which is crafting the sawdust into compressed sawdust, putting it into the furnace, compressing it into charcoal, which is getting sent into here to keep the dynamo running. Whew. That's staying about steady. So I'm gonna run it for a day, see how it does anyway. So fairly tidy. That's what I was trying to go for. I was trying to make it look a bit tidy like. But, let's change that bit of cobble behind there. Who's that bit showing? I might have to move them pipes to make it look a little bit tidier there, but it'll cost me a bit extra in pipes, but never mind. But that's kind of working for now. So at the minute, it's kind of using the charcoal. If that gets overflowed, it'll go into there. I think I can set that so that's its preferred route, but I've not looked at that just yet, but I'll do that once I finish the episode. And I think I can leave this now, come back to it tomorrow and see what it's doing, and I'll let you know next episode how it's turned out. I'm going to do similar to this in the Utopia basement, so I'll probably set that part off camera since I've shown you how to do it here. Right then, and I've got my little cow farm here, so I'm just getting some leather while I'm here. Every time I notice these guys looking at me forlornly, thinking, I'm just waiting here to die, aren't I? And what I've got Enderman with a skeleton, cow, which is in the middle there, of course, sheep and chicken up to now on my soul shards there. Right then, thank you as always for watching. Thank you very much. I hope it was entertaining. And yeah, as always, I hope you join me next time. Thank you for any new subscriptions. Thank you for any comments. They're always appreciated, and I'd really do enjoy interacting with you guys. So keep it all coming, and yeah, I hope I'll see you next time. Cheers. Bye.